The other neat thing about it, though, is that not only does it look good, but the performance are there to back it up. As I said earlier, with a true airspeed of 145 to 150 knots, it will get up and get you going wherever you need to be in an efficient manner of time. I usually burn about 12.4 gallons per hour at that aforementioned 150 knots. 8 to 10,000 feet is really where this airplane likes to live. So this is me getting into my plane, and I'm a pretty big guy. You can see you just kind of slip right in there. It is exceptionally comfortable. One of the widest general aviation aircraft out on the market. So if we take a look at some of the general technical specifications of the TB-21, things that really jump out. Maximum takeoff weight is about 3,086 pounds, and the operating weight 2,160. That means it can carry about 517 pounds of fuel, which means with full fuel, you've got about a 409-pound payload, which is certainly enough for 2 adults and 2 small kids, which means you can pack the whole family in and take them almost anywhere that you want to go, to the limits of your bladder. Trust me, I know. One of the other neat things about this airplane is the fact that you can actually convert it to a cargo plane. The rear seats are fully removable, which gives you a really massive amount of rear room. I've used it in this configuration for my business to transport things to my customers, to pick things up from my customers. But then you obviously can also put it back within minutes into passenger configuration. It is actually set up where you can carry up to 3 very small people, three small children. Now, obviously, one of the big questions that everybody asks when they're looking at the SOCATA line of aircraft is how easy it is to get parts and support when anything goes wrong with the airplane, and of course that was a concern of mine as well. Fortunately, the answer is fairly easy. Even though it is a French manufactured aircraft, it utilizes a lot of standard North American parts that are as easy to get a hold of as any other general aviation aircraft on the market, and probably even more so than any other manufacturer based out there. The community of SOCATA owners is exceptionally strong, and we get a lot of representatives from Dollar, which is the current owner of the SOCATA line of aircraft, on the forums all the time to help troubleshoot issues. The website is also an absolutely amazing resource for all of the technical documentation and any other parts availability or cross-referencing that you could possibly need. I highly recommend you check out SOCATA.org if this aircraft is something that's of interest to you, or if you're just interested in the SOCATA line of aircraft in general. All right, I just want to take a minute and talk about the interior of the SOCATA Trinidad, because really it sets itself apart from so many other general aviation aircraft just because it was designed a little bit more around the idea of comfort and aesthetics. So if you take a look at the dash here, you've got everything all set up. It's more like a car or a vehicle. All of the right side instrumentation is tilted towards the pilot, and then everything here obviously is oriented straight towards the pilot as well. But the beautiful thing about this is all of the major controls are within easy reach. Primarily what I love most are all of your manifold pressure, your prop controls, your mixture controls, all of your flaps and switches, as well as your trim is all right here. So even though this plane has electric trim adjust, I never use it because it is so intuitive just to simply keep your hand here and run your hand on the trim, and it works so well that after a while you just stop thinking about it. Also within easy reach, all of your rudder trim controls and your fuel switches. Again, right here, easy to get to, so when you're switching tanks, you don't have to reach down by your knees and switch anything up there. So again, it's just a completely different take on traveling in a general aviation aircraft. I'm 6'2", about 220 pounds. I've got ample headroom in this aircraft, and it's just super comfortable. It's like sitting in a sports car. I regularly take this on flights of over 5 hours at a time, and absolutely doable, not a problem, extremely comfortable, and a pleasure to fly in. So let's take a look at some of the avionics in here. We're going to start on the right-hand side. You can see I got 2,178 hours total on this airframe. It's nice, low hours. The engine probably has somewhere in the vicinity of 200 hours total. So really, it's just broken in. There's some new avionics in here. You can see the JPI, EDM JPI. This is an EDM 900 engine monitor. Absolutely amazing. I love it. You got a Garmin 750, WAS enabled with a backup